we're back in the studio. We've got some new camera gear. I've been selling some stuff. I've got some cameras up for sale. This is my Fx30. Some might be thinking, why are you buying new stuff? Why are you selling some other stuff? And well, the direction of where I want to take my creative juices is a different place actually. I've got this video camera. For me, it was more about like YouTubing, streaming. I was streaming a lot with this, live streaming. I still do live stream on my other YouTube channel, but I'll just use my A7 IV. If it does overheat, which thank God, you know, thankfully it has never for me, I just bought this bad boy, a cooling fan. And yeah, about 20, 30 quid I think it was. I haven't used it yet because I haven't needed to, but when it gets a bit hotter here, I might need to. Who knows? Having the Fx30 and the A7 IV, definitely overkill. It's just, this is more video dominated in terms of the features. The A7 IV is a hybrid camera. I kind of have done the same thing though. The camera I have bought is basically a mini A7 IV, which the title and the thumbnail has probably told you by now. It is the A7C Mark II. Now, some of you are thinking, why have you bought that when you've got the A7 IV? It's a bit contradictory. Another question you might be thinking, the A7 V is right around the corner. Why not just wait for that? Well, there's a few reasons actually. I needed a camera of this quality, the A7 IV, but I also needed the video and the photo, the best of both in a smaller body. Fx30, great camera, one of the best for the price, what it does, the features, image quality, lens selection, we all know about Sony by now, accessories, you can rig it out, cinema rigs, all that good stuff. It's just the A7 IV for me, being a full frame censored camera compared to an APS-C, I've got more full frame lenses. So it makes sense for me to downsize the cameras I'm not really using or not going to be using, because I did sell the Fujifilm X-M5 recently. I'm making a whole video of that. I'm not gonna bore you too much more. It's just the reason the Fx30 is up for sale, I just want to just stick to full frame. Like, I know the lenses are way more expensive. I know it's a bit taboo. I know it could be all a gimmick because they look very similar. Low lights, bokeh, whatever the buzzword is of the moment. The A7C Mark II, yes, it's got one card slot. Yes, it's got mini HDMI, but I used the Fujifilm X-M5. That's got one card slot. I didn't really have an issue. You know, I took that on holiday to Romania, Bucharest, had a blast. Didn't run out of memory once. Yes, the files aren't nowhere near as big as Sony files or these cameras, but we'll just take an extra one. It's not that deep. You know, I know what I'm getting into is what I'm trying to say. Got some goodies too, time to upgrade where I can. If I'm making room, I'm just gonna reinvest it for other stuff I know I'm gonna use, you know? So we have got a new microphone. This is the Sony ECM M1, great quality, great features, straight out the camera. I needed something seamless. And this one, from my research, was one you can just plug onto the hot shoe mount of the Sony cameras and you're good to go. I am gonna try this out with the A7C Mark II. So we've got some new filters. Now, first up, we've got the Black Diffusion 1/4. Love this look. I've even got it on this camera now, on this lens. Next up though, I've got a variable ND filter, ND2 to 400. These are both 52 mm's. Oh, wow, even the box is small. Like, comparing it to the A7 IV box, wow. Wow. Obviously, the A7C Mark II is basically a mini A7 IV. Better autofocus though, you know, better IBIS, apparently. I did want to get the silver. It's just, it was £200 more. I got a very good deal from Sony directly, and I picked this up for 1,600. I don't know how I got that discount, but I did. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to get this open. Okay, we've cut the seal open. Let's get this bad boy open. Got some paperwork, some more paperwork, some more paperwork, some more paperwork. Oh, guess what? Some more paperwork. We've got the Sony strap that we normally get. You know, it goes by now, nice and branded, so everyone can see what camera you've got. Genius marketing. Got the battery, the new ones, which I like. Has done really well overall using these batteries. Okay. Oh gosh. What? Not even a charger? Wow, this is heavier than I thought, bruh. Oh, what a gorgeous camera. Look at that glimmer, that shimmer. What I did like though, as much as it is a compact camera, it's got that big grip. Now the XM5, as lovely as it looked, had a lot of these features missing, like the EVF, the grip, IBIS. Yeah, so much missing. Although it did have open gate and some content creating features, which I wish Sony started to use, you know, but anyway, it's not about that. It's about this. I'm going to make a whole video about selling that camera and why. Oh, yes. Full frame, baby. We're back in business. Lovely jubbly. Oh, this is nice. I like that EVF that everyone complains about. And then we've got the flip out screen, which is a lot stiffer than the A7 IV. But yeah, maybe because it's new, or maybe because they've changed it. Yeah, the battery obviously goes in there. Memory card slot, where are you? There we go. Goes in there. It's so weird just seeing one, you know. I'm really not used to that. And then we've got the mini HDMI and headphone monitoring the audio jack. And then we've got, where it charges. That's pretty cool. So you've got USB-C, and then you've got the mic jack port there too. And you've got some dials, some customization going on. You got what, C1? Any C2s? Got one there, I guess, C2. Even comparing it to my FX30, like, look how small it is. I know I've got the cage on it, so it's kind of unfair, but you can just tell how small it is, you know? Obviously, different features, different cameras for different use purposes, but this is why I got this thing, because it's smaller, it's more photo centric compared to this, and yeah, it's just got great video features too, you know? This, absolute beast though. I am gonna miss it, I really am. So what I am gonna do now though, very quickly, is sort out all the settings on this camera to sort of emulate my A7 IV in terms of picture profiles, you know, and everything else, like menus, and yeah, hopefully you can swap over to this and see what it's all about. This thing is great. The features, you know, the improved autofocus straight away. I've noticed it. The AI autofocus does make a difference. Like for example, my A7 IV sometimes when it's like a black shade of something or black object, sometimes it does hunt, even with the GM2 on there. And sometimes if I'm wearing glasses, you know, as I do when I podcast, live stream, it does hunt a little bit, ever so often. Not all the time where it's annoying or I have to do something about it. It's just something I have noticed. This one though, I've been messing about with it. Yes, I've got the 20mm, as you can see. What a lovely little setup. So small, so compact. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking a lot of cool photos with this. You know, look at me. I'm just in my element. And listen to this shutter sound. Wow. Oh, amazing. One thing I have noticed though, in a negative way, I guess, is this thing gets really hot. Now that's just me with obviously the screen behind it, like stuck on, but if you open it up, if you're vlogging, if you're, you know, podcasting, whatever, it lets the heat out quite a lot. And obviously if you've got a fan on there too, that could help. It's not like the FX30 doesn't have the built-in fan, so you have to sort of mind how you go and be sort of tactful. But yeah, that's something I've noticed straight away. All the customizable buttons, perfect. Like even on the A7 IV, I don't even use all of them. Like I know it sounds mad. A few buttons that I need, like I need at least 4 or 5 to just APS-C mode or, you know, eye autofocus or face autofocus, you know, stuff like that. I'm not too fussy because I use my quick menu quite a lot anyway. One thing though, I do have to get used to a bit is the lack of the joystick. Again, with the A7 IV, I do use it to sort of, you know, point focus on a certain frame. But you've got the D-pad, so again, it's just working around it. Just holding it like it's the size of my phone, bro. Just for reference, this is my phone, S25 Ultra, and this is the camera. I could easily vlog vertical like that if I want to, or pow, horizontal. Now what I have done though, I've ordered a couple bits like a thumb grip to help with photography, you know, the comfort. Also an extended, slightly extended grip where the pinky's not just falling away. Like it's annoying with compact cameras. I don't have the biggest hands. As you can see, even me, you know, I need that little bit just there, you know, just that little bit there. And an L bracket, just so I can mount things, Arca Swiss, you know, pat in and out on a tripod or mini tripod, stuff like that. This microphone, we've got to test this out. So what we're going to do now, I am going to swap out the lens, the GM2 with this camera. I've tried to the best I could. Because this is slightly updated, some of the menus or headers to the menus are actually a bit different. So I tried to do like for like in terms of settings and yeah, the look of it, picture profiles, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's swap it out. Let's hopefully see if this can match that. Now, one thing to quickly mention though, look at that. That is so top heavy that even my arm is straining. So I wouldn't recommend that. But just saying, if you thought about it, that's how it would look. It's not the worst, but it's definitely front heavy. Like it can be straining. Even now, I haven't even just used it for a few minutes and I'm like, ah, that is so annoying. But yeah, it's a shame because this is like my favorite lens of all time. But here we are. Just thought I'd mention that. Now let's swap over and see how it looks. So this is what it would look like if I was vlogging in the studio. I've got active stabilization on, so it shouldn't be as shaky as without it off. And yeah, got the mic on, the ECM M1. As you can see, a lot of mess, but we're gonna clear this stuff up. Get ready to watch the football. Come on, Arsenal. Just wanted to test out this combo in terms of vlogging, what it would look like. It's great in terms of, you know, the width, how wide it is, but it can get heavy. You know, it is fatiguing. But yeah, let me know how this combo is, how it sounds, how it looks. And yeah, I like it though. It's pretty cool, pretty portable. Right, so this video is all about why I got the A7C Mark II in 2025 when I have the A7 IV and the Fx30. But just remember, before you shoot me down in the comments, the Fx30 is up for sale. So this is making room so the A7C II can be in the collection. The A7 IV though would never go anywhere until the A7 V comes out. That's most likely when I'll get rid of this. Although it's not a must-have, it just depends on, you know, features like open gate. I know it's a long shot. The 4K 60 or 50 where I'm from, the crop, you know, a lot of people hate the fact that it does that. The Fx30 doesn't do that because it's a crop sensor camera anyway, but the A7C II does it as well, which again is annoying. For me though, I don't really shoot in 4K 50, I shoot in 4K 25. So yeah, unless it's slow-mo or something like that, you know, there's always workarounds, especially when you're buying a camera, you kind of know these drawbacks anyway. Let me know down below, do you have any of these cameras that I've mentioned? Are you looking to get the A7C Mark II, or are you waiting out for the A7 V? Because in my opinion, I know that camera, yeah, as much as it may be probably like 2.5K judging by the A7 IV's pricing, it's gonna be a camera that's going to be on top of a lot of people's lists. But yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. I know it's not the perfect camera, no camera is, but for what I want it for, you know, great stills, great photo, video, and just an all-round beast of a camera, because the A7 IV is my favorite camera of all time so far. A7 IV for the win, baby, but the A7C Mark II, it's like the mistress right now, and I'm loving it. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And until the next episode, take care.